Hi guys, I'm trying not to burn my face off, but hello. My name is JP, Jenny, whatever you want to call me. And I am making rotini with ragu. Oh wait, no brands, sorry. Chunky sauteed in onion and garlic pasta sauce, red sauce, marinara, I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Okay, so simple enough. You start with a big thing of water and you boil it, and then you dump in noodles. So, simple enough. Water, boiling, noodles. Ooh, so complicated. That's tricky though. Hold on, don't burn on me. So while that's going, I shouldn't be doing that with my hands, but whatever. I don't have any other tools, I don't think. Here, I have a spatula. I'll do this with a spatula, because I don't know why we don't have proper cooking utensils here. Are they just not here? I don't know, whatever. You'll also want, or at least I do, a pound of ground beef, browned and seasoned with garlic powder. Look, turn around. There you go. Garlic powder. A little bit of freshly ground pepper. Whether or not the pepper is fresh itself is another story. But it gives it just a little bit of like a zest. Sort of talking with my hands like an Italian. Because you can't see me, because that's either you can see what I'm doing or you can see me. And I'd rather you see what I'm doing. And then just a little bit of salt. Nothing too crazy. And that's for an entire, this is like 2, maybe 3 meals for me. For afterwards, for once the noodles are boiled, I'll put a olive oil sauce, an olive oil on them to keep them from sticking together instead of like butter or something, because butter is, it's good, but it's unhealthy. I get the Robusto one, because I don't know why, it just tastes better. So you'll want to brown this stuff up. This will take maybe 10 minutes at most. I already had it going just a little, just so you wouldn't have to wait so long. Same with the water, like that, it's already boiling. I just have to turn everything up a little so that we don't have to take all damn day. I just need to grab the lid for this so that it'll boil faster. And voila, we have a pot with a lid on it. This should be a big enough bowl for all the noodles, but I'm not sure. I think I might have to store everything separately and then just combine it when I actually want meals. So I should grab another container. Luckily, they're just right here. And these do have lids. I hope it has a lid. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And a container with the lid for the meat. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, because I am going to eat right now too, so it should all fit in there. So you just kind of, I don't know how you like the meat yourself, if you like meat sauce. I prefer to let it kind of sit for a second each time you stir it while you're browning it, so that it stays in larger chunks, so that while you're eating it, instead of just getting little bitty nibbles of meat, which is lame as hell, you actually get little chunks of it, almost like a meatball. And you just do that by just not breaking it up so much. It'll all be around anyway, so it's no big deal. This boils like 5 times faster with the lid on it, so I do have to watch this. This is my first time, I don't want to say it's the first time making wheat noodles, it's the first time making wheat noodles for myself. Now that I only have to take care of myself, I'm going to try to do that a little bit better. And wheat stuff, almost no sugar anymore. I've already cut back like 1/20th of the amount of sugar I was eating, even just a couple days ago. And I actually already feel better. Like I have some natural energy for once instead of just relying on sugar. I went for a walk this morning. That's where that part of the vlog was. I went for a walk along the river. And I had to go do something, but I was going to take that walk either way. Okay, this is almost done, actually. It's getting there. And, see, that's what'll happen if you don't. I looked away for like a second. Now, it's just that when the lid's on them, they tend to overflow like that sometimes. Normally I'd put this here, so I'll just stir it up again. Now that it's like super boiling though, I can just go ahead and leave it open. It's no big deal. Some people say you should use a little bit of salt to keep the noodles from sticking. I don't know if that actually works, and I probably have enough sodium in my diet already, so no thanks, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is grab a paper towel so that I can clean up all this mess, because I do not own this place. This is my friend's apartment. He is letting me stay here for the time being. I mean, technically I'm a roommate now. I think he's willing to keep me on. He made it sound like that, so that's cool. Because I mean, I really don't have anywhere to go now, because my wife is going to be leaving. Like, when she gets out of the hospital, she should be going back to Miami, and that should be that. Because that's where she's from, that's where she has family. Her family honestly does have money, and they can just afford to take her back in, no problem. They can probably fly her over there in first class if she really wanted. So, she'll have that going for her. And because of that, I don't have the car, so I don't know if she's going to let me have the car, because if she's going back to Miami in a plane, she can't take it. I mean, she could have it shipped over there. She's done that before, apparently. Not to mention, we have a crap load of stuff in storage all the way back in Boston, and I'm up here by the freaking New Hampshire border, like a million miles away, basically. So, I don't know how that's going to work out. If she does give me the car, I'm probably going to sell that thing, because holy crap, it is about to fall apart. It is like on the last of everything. Power steering is going out, transmission is going out, the two front tires on a front wheel drive car are bald. The alignment is all screwed up. The wheels are off balance. It's going to start getting rust from the salt they used in Boston. It's all going to shit pretty quick. So, you know. And sometimes what I'll do with this, after it's done, normally I would just, like, this would be it probably. I may or may not just go ahead and dump the sauce in there so that the sauce can get hot as well and soak up some of the flavoring. The only problem is I do have to drain the meat first because it's a lot of grease. Surprisingly not too much grease, considering this was some of the grades of ground beef go based on how much fat they have here usually. And this is like the cheapest one. It's 75% meat and 25% fat. So that should be 25% of the weight of the, oh, I can't see it. 25% of the weight of this meat is fat. And you don't really want to eat that unless you like want a heart attack or something. So I'm gonna find something to drain this into. If I had like a can, oh, I know what I can use. How the hell am I supposed to do that? I would use the jar for it, because you know sauce goes out, crap goes in, so that would make sense. I guess what I can do is dump the sauce into this bowl here. Like that. I'm not really worried about getting like every last drop of it. It's a little bit wasteful, but I mean, the only way I'm going to get it out, because this spoon doesn't fit in here, is by adding water to it, shaking it up, and then dumping it out. And that is just gross. You should not do that. So that's there. And then you just want to, it's not very hard, you just kind of lean onto it. Helps if the meat is already all up against the side of the pan so that it won't fall out. I really don't know if this is going to work. Great success. And I'll probably just keep this around in the kitchen. I'll, won't tell him I'll hide it somewhere so that he doesn't think I'm just like being really, really weird. Oh, fuck. I knew that was gonna happen. Why did I do that? I am not a good cook by any means. I make way too much mess. I don't do anything properly. I don't know the right name for anything. But I know how to make stuff that tastes good to me. And by extension, my ex-wife now. But that's neither here nor there. Now that that's taken care of, I'll have to get a paper towel to clean this up in a second. And I'll just dump the sauce on. I got hair in it. Not the sauce on my... Whatever. Ignore that. And then you just stir it up. Get it good and hot. And you just kind of want to simmer it. You don't want to like have it on a boil because it'll just kind of burn the sauce. You want to do it low and slow. I'll turn that almost all the way down. And then just keep stirring it, really. Meanwhile, these noodles should just about be done. And this will be delicious. And this thing's supposed to have a counter of how long this is going. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom. Shit. That scared me. Why did I do that? I'm not very smart. I say they're done. I like them a little bit stiff, so that you're actually chewing something instead of just kind of inhaling a noodle. It's kind of weird. Plus, wheat noodles, they actually stay a little bit stiffer, naturally. They have a bit of a texture to them. That I just know from experience. I've had wheat noodles before, I just don't usually make them for myself. So, everything is just about done. I'm not really concerned about like super like fancy simmering and stuff. I considered chopping up a couple little tomatoes to jump them to add some substance to it, but it's already got bits of garlic and onion, and I think that's good enough. Let me grab that paper towel. Okay, paper towel get, and as soon as the heating element cools down, I will get the bits of meat that fell underneath the burner. Luckily, the countertop was just recently cleaned, so it's a perfectly clean. I could eat off of this if I really wanted to, because I just cleaned it earlier with some cleaning spray. I mean, I wiped the spray off, obviously. It's clean. Okay. And for this, what you want to do is, the way I do it, if you don't have a colander, which is a big bowl with a bunch of tiny holes in it to drain the noodles, just take the lid, keep it on, give it just a little bit of space on the rim, and you just kind of pour it out. You just hold the lid on, and it keeps it from coming out. So you get the water to come out, but not the noodles. I really don't know where I picked that up from. I mean, it's kind of common sense when you think about it, but I feel like a lot of people, like if you gave them the tools but didn't tell them how to use it, they probably wouldn't know how to use it. This is still very hot, so I will not put the noodle on it. I don't want burnt noodles. What I will do now is go ahead and take some of that olive oil I was saying, and just a little bit. Olive oil goes really, really far, especially when you get a good one. And this is honestly one of the best. Keep in mind that none of this is freaking advertisement. If people were paying me to do this, I'd probably be doing a much better job of it. Otherwise, they would probably sue me for breach of contract. Like, hey, your shit is shit. What the hell are you doing? Give us our money back. Also, give us $1 million. No, fuck you. I just like your product. Leave me alone. Okay, and just mix them up. And that is that. I have noodles that will not stick together. Hopefully. I don't usually use olive oil for that. I usually do use butter, but again, I'm trying to be a bit more healthy. Let's see. So, the noodles will go in here. They should fit just fine. and I'll leave a little bit out for myself so that I can eat right now. It's not quite dinner time, but I'm really, really hungry. Because, well, I actually had breakfast today. I had cereal because we had milk. And I had, what else did I have? Oh, I had a cheese sandwich for lunch. Deli white American cheese on wheat bread. It's like the healthiest thing I could think of. Because I try not to eat meat for every meal because it just seems wrong. I guess I just making this like this. I think it'll fit, honestly. But yeah, that's my spaghetti. That'll be my meal. This is so much of it. I think it's going to be a next couple of meals because I have noodles in here still too. And normally I have to feed 2, maybe 3 people. So I'm actually kind of confused. I think that's why I'm being... I'll just dump this in here. I'll use it as a bowl. That's why I'm so thrown off, because I'm used to cooking for 2 people. At least 2 people. Like for the past 5 years, at least 2 people. If not 3. Sometimes, every once in a while it's been for 4 people. But it's usually never less than 2. The only exception is when we ate separate meals, in which case I would do something a little bit like this, where I make a bit more of it than needed and then just save the rest, or leave the rest for a snack, basically. Or it's kind of weird to have spaghetti as a snack, but when there's only a little bit left of it, like half as much as this, it's hard to call it a meal. So I'll put that on there, and I will put spatula down because I no longer need it. I have like no space here and I'm just freaking out. I'll put the rest of the sauce on this. And there we go. So I have a meal for now. I have a meal for later. Well, a couple meals for later actually, but yeah. Simple as that. That is the most simple form of spaghetti you can make. Obviously just use spaghetti noodles instead of rotini. No problem. Oh, this burner's still on. But yeah, this is spaghetti. If you guys want to see me make anything else with this similar setup, maybe I can put another camera on this side so you can get a better angle. There's not a whole lot that I actually make, but I can make a few things. I can make scrambled eggs. I can make tacos just fine. Yeah, I don't make a lot of stuff, but what I do make, I feel like I make really well, because it's like all I'll eat. I'll eat spaghetti for the next week, if you let me eat spaghetti for the next week. But that'll do it. Let me know if you guys want to see me make anything, if you like the setup, whatever. Leave a comment, please. If you like spaghetti, hey, thumbs up for spaghetti. Okay? And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because my channel is getting weird right now, and I think you'll enjoy it. But that'll do it for today. Thank you for watching. See ya.